you did have a special course in technology training that was dealing with broadband, right?
Yeah, so we ran for the first time, we ran a pilot project with CTech, which is a telecommunications training organization out of New Jersey. And we were able to connect with them through CCUSA, our national Catholic Charities. And we just put 9 students in the class. 8 of them received 4 certifications in telecommunications. 1 received 1 certification. So they're short term, which is something I think we need to look at not only locally, but statewide and nationally as short-term certificate programs to get people in job more quickly. But it was a great success, and we are so happy to have connected with CTech. And the great news about that is, Governor Cuomo here in New York has identified broadband and telecommunication infrastructure as being one of his initiatives in 2021. So as there's investment within that industry, are going to come jobs, and so we're ahead of the game right now with training people to get into that sector.
Training to help people get into these long-term careers, which is the future.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that we found out about this pandemic, it's the fact that people were not connected to the levels that they needed to be. We had families with 1 or 2 devices. We had, people that couldn't connect to Zoom calls for meetings and kids getting online for their classes. We struggled here with my family. I have 2 young children who required Zoom to be on Zoom and Google Classroom, including, my wife who's running a school. So it was a challenge for us, and I think that it opened the eyes, certainly of Governor Cuomo, because it's one of his initiatives. But that's just something we need to do. We need a long-term plan to improve the infrastructure across the country. And again, that's going to bring jobs. And if we want to get people in this sector, we need to train them to do that.
Right. Well, Jeffrey, thank you so much for your work, the work of Catholic Charities of Buffalo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.